Hey, I'm Andy. Thanks for hanging out with us today on the Coach's Corner. We have Curtis Keller here. He's the head coach of Clear Spring High School varsity football team. How's it going, Curtis?
Good. How are you doing today, Andy?
I'm doing pretty good. Man, are we sure that it's fall outside? It sure doesn't feel like fall, but football has us feeling like fall at least.
Yeah, I tell you what, the weather keeps changing, and we're back to warm weather again. So,
I know. I looked at the forecast today and it said a high of almost, I think it was 75, and tomorrow's 80. And I was like,
right.
Is it October? I don't know. So, Curtis, you're currently in your second year coaching with the Clear Spring Blazers. What have you worked on to improve upon from last season? What have you guys? What were your goals to start the season, and have you achieved them so far?
I think so far we have. I mean, we want to have a strong off season. Kids worked hard in the weight room. We did get some good work over the summer. We've came out strong this year. One of our goals, of course, every coach's goal is to win every game.
Yeah.
Our goal was to do that, but more so to have a winning season. Of course we make the playoffs, but Clear Springs never hosted a playoff game, so that was one of our goals was to be able to host a playoff game, and then of course winning a playoff game is all up there too. So we're working on that road right now. We've had some good success with our guys this year, and happy with where we are right now.
Awesome. That's great to hear. So, with your coaching background, how long have you been coaching in general?
I've coached off and on for like 21 years now.
Okay. Is that mostly football or multiple sports?
Mostly football. I've done
Okay.
a little bit of basketball here and there, but
Okay.
it's primarily been football.
Cool. That's cool. So, did you do any junior league coaching, or where was your coaching before you came to Clear Spring?
I coached several years for the middle school team, the junior league in Clear Spring. I also have coached in Berkeley County in the youth league there, and also spent some time coaching at Musselman High School.
Awesome. I've noticed just interviewing the football coaches from around Washington County. You guys seem like a pretty tight knit group. Um, I've talked to Tim Small. Just talked to Ron Hare the other day over at Hancock, and I talked to Nathan Butts at North High, just to name a few. And you guys talk so positively about each other, and it's great to see that. And it's really cool that the competitiveness is still there. And of course, you got, like you said, you want to win, but at the same time, it's like, you're going up against your friends. So it's got this feeling of, I don't know what the word is to describe it, but I feel like it would put you in a good place, to know that you have such good people around you, surrounding you, not only on your team and in your community, but others as well, possibly. So that's really neat to see.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody you talk to a football coach, they're not there necessarily for themselves, they're there for the kids because of an experience that they may have had uh, in football. That's kind of the way I look at it. I was lucky enough to be able to play. I love my coaches. I love the camaraderie and with the team, and that's what I try to get our kids to experience. And I think that's what most football coaches are in it for is for that.
Was football your main sport growing up that you played?
Yes, yeah.
What position did you play?
I played running back and outside linebacker,
Nice.
safety. Yeah.
Nice. That's very cool. Did you play at Clear Spring, or did you play? You said you coached at Musselman a little bit. Did you play outside of the state?
No, I played at Musselman. Yeah.
Musselman. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, awesome. So last season, your Blazers went 4-6, a pretty respectable finish. Did you want to highlight some of your key players you had come back this year, some of your seniors, and then some of your underclassmen that have been stepping up as well so far this season?
Yeah. Last year we were a young team. We only had six seniors last year, so we returned a lot of players. This year we've got ten seniors that have kind of led the way for us. Our quarterback Hayden Hodge, he's been pivotal for us. So a couple guys on our offensive line, Nick Columber and Sam Shank, have have kind of solidified the line and have helped us from a standpoint of our run game and our pass game. Javen Grimes, this is really his first full season to be at running back for us. He's had a good season for us. And all those upperclassmen, help lead the way for these younger players. We do have a good, strong group of juniors this year. Alex Matthews and Will Bennett been very productive for us on the offensive side of the ball, and Camden Whittington has helped us defensively. He missed most of last season with an injury, but his impact has really been felt for us this year on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, there's several of those other guys that are pivotal. We dress a varsity squad, probably 22, 24 players on Friday night. So we count on all those guys to make an impact in the games for us.
That's awesome. It's so good to see a strong underclassman as well, because you really want to I've said to most of the football coaches that, well, they've said to me, it's all about building the program and recruiting kids in young to build them up through the years that they're in high school so they can gel as a team. And one great example I'll give you is David Miller over at Smithsburg. Smithsburg's really young, and we talked a lot about the kids getting playing time together and keeping them as a group. And I feel like that's really important, especially in the game of football, because football is totally a team game. But those offensive linemen that you had come back, that's got to be crucial for your guys' success so far this season. Those battles are always won in the trenches, as every football fan knows.
Yeah. We were lucky that we returned all 5 of our starters from last year's offensive line this year. So
Yeah, wow, that usually doesn't happen.
no. So that's been a big plus for us this year, and yeah, we've been lucky last year and this year both to have enough kids to play a JV schedule. So you can't beat live game reps for those young players and getting them that experience in the game situation.
Yeah, 100% agreed. So you talked about your off-season program and lifting and the kids lifting weights in the off-season. I know a lot of kids that attend school are multi-sport athletes. And I know you do have some multi-sport athletes on your team. So on the off-season programs, do you just require them to lift weights, or are there any other off-season activities or practices or anything along those lines that you do, or are there restrictions around that?
There are some restrictions around that, but we take advantage. The last 2 years, we've been able to do camp days, and we've done some 7-on-7 competitions. And Washington, us guys in Washington County have a 7-on-7 that we do once a week in the summer with our kids. So we take all those opportunities we can to be trying to get stronger, trying to get faster, or trying to better understand the game of football and work on those fundamental skills that it takes to play the game.
That's awesome. I didn't know you guys did any summer camps like that around Washington County. I remember when I played at Williamsport, I played soccer all 4 years. And I remember our summer leagues that we have. And those were some of the funnest times I had playing, because it felt more laid back and you kind of got to know everybody a little bit better. But that's awesome that you guys have that. So with your 5-3 record going into this week, you play the Hancock High School Panthers, and going up against Coach Hare. Now they're a much improved team from the past couple years. How are you prepping to approach the Panthers coming up this week?
Coach Hare's done a real good job up there at Hancock. He has had a lot of improvement with his team. With us, we're just trying. We have a couple guys dinged up a little bit, so we're trying to stay healthy. We were able to get some film on them, or so we're trying to prep for what they're going to bring to the game on Friday night. And our key has been this year in our games is trying to minimize our mistakes, try to maximize our opportunities, and just play hard and have a good time and win the football.
How much of the planning through the week is your physical practices, and how much of it is watching the film on the other team?
I mean, coach wise, coaches will watch film and we'll get the game plan together. We'll review some film with our kids. It's available to them on Huddle, so we expect them to take some initiative and
More homework?
yeah, a little bit of homework, a little bit of homework. So,
Fun
but
homework.
they do a good job of getting in there and understanding, you know, looking at, where they play, what the opponent's going to be doing particular to them, and trying to understand what we're trying to accomplish on Friday night.
And we did mention the playoffs a little bit earlier. If nobody's familiar with the Washington County playoffs for football and how they work, every team makes the playoffs. You're just seeded based on your record. I think those seedings are supposed to come out this weekend after the final games are played. So we should know final where everybody stands. Are you doing anything different to prepare your kids for the playoffs, or do you approach that the same way every year?
I think we just kind of approach it 1 week at a time. We know we got Hancock this week. Our goal is to go play our game, get better, and to stay as healthy as we can. And then, once we figure out who our playoff opponent will be, we'll do our job of getting the game plan together and get prepared for that game the
Okay.
following week.
Well, let's rewind it back a little bit to last week. You guys had a huge win over Southern Huntington. You beat them 36-24. A big win for your guys. And I have a few stats here that I'd like to go over. You guys had 318 rushing yards last week. Alex Matthews led. He had 155 yards and a touchdown, while Hayden Hodge, your quarterback. Does Hayden play? Is Hayden just quarterback, or do you guys switch off the quarterback?
No, he's quarterback. Yeah.
Okay, so he had 136 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. That's a huge day. If you guys get one more victory, you'll have your second winning season in program history. That's got to be exciting.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's we're trying to do the best we can to be competitive, and this year's been a good year for us.
You guys are currently right now in the 1A West point standings. You guys are sitting at number 3. So
Hmm.
with a win this weekend, would that move you up into the second position? Would you have a home field playoff game then?
It's likely that we'll have a home field playoff game.
At number 3, gotcha.
At number 3, we got a chance to move to number 2, depending upon what the other teams
Right. Yeah.
in the West do. But we feel good that we'll get to at least meet that one goal of hosting a playoff game.
That's awesome. So we talked about winning a playoff game being one of your big team goals starting the beginning of the season. Do you have any personal goals for yourself as a coach coming up for the 2025 season?
Just continuing to grow the program. Try to get more players involved, more kids into the program. We're a small school, so trying to get them involved and get them to enjoy the game of football and understand the importance of hard work and being a good, respectful person and teammate to accomplish your goals is kind
Yeah.
of where I'm at with it.
That's awesome. So, from what I gather, a lot of the recruiting for high school football, if you want to call it recruiting, is pipelined through those middle school leagues, those junior leagues. Most of those kids come up and play through high school. Do you do any other type of reaching out to players? Do you use your players as a recruiting tool through high school to maybe find interest in some new kids that maybe want to try out football?
Yeah, we always tell our guys when we're doing any workouts or anything to bring a friend or two or three.
Okay.
The more that they can bring, the better. Right now, been trying to work with the middle school program to get that back going here in town. We haven't had it for, I think this is 2 years, 2 or 3 years now.
Mhm.
So trying to get that started back up, and there's some interest there, but it's been tough trying to get that back rolling. So we'll keep working on that, and kind of trying to build that pipeline again.
Yeah. Well, with Clear Spring being a smaller town and a smaller school, like you said, you kind of try to build up to that, but very possible to do. So, touching on some of your personal favorites sport wise, I know you seem like mostly a football guy. You said you coach a little bit of basketball here and there. So, my first question is regarding basketball. Are you a college basketball guy or an NBA guy, or both?
College basketball.
That seems to be the popular
Yeah,
answer with everybody I
yeah,
ask that question. Who's your
yeah.
team?
Of course, I like the Mountaineers and like the Tar Heels.
Okay, okay, that's good. Very popular college basketball teams.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Final Four last year? Did you watch any of it?
Oh yeah. Always got to get into March Madness, and watch all
Got to
those
get that
two.
bracket filled out.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. Though it's never good for me, but I always
That's
do it.
yeah. Usually after the first day, I'm done for. So,
Yeah, the same here. Same here. So moving on to football, who's your football team?
I'm a Steelers fan.
Steelers fan. Okay, they're
Yep.
doing really well right now. Right now.
Knock on wood. Yeah, we've
Yeah, there you go.
had some success and have minimized the injuries. In the NFL, that's always a big thing is trying to minimize your injuries to those key players.
Yeah. I questioned their moves in the offseason when they traded for Justin Fields, and then also acquired Russell Wilson. I kind of wondered what they were doing. Everybody expected Russell Wilson to start, obviously, and then when Justin Fields got the start for the first, Russell's had two starts, so for the
Yes,
first
6 games.
6 games,
Yeah,
Fields didn't do bad, but man, Russell Wilson has turned it on, and that just goes to show you right organization, right place, right time makes a huge difference. He looks like almost like the Russell Wilson of old. Well, he is a little bit older, but
a little bit, a little bit. Yeah, Coach Tomlin has pulled all the right strings so far this season, and hopefully he can continue to do that.
yeah, they had a big win the other night against the Giants. Even though the Giants have a bad record, they're a good defensive football team. Offensive struggles are there, obviously, but you got to get past the defense to score. And Pittsburgh's always been that strong defensive team, no matter what
Yeah,
happens. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see players. I'm a Russell Wilson fan, and I like Tomlin. And I have a few friends and family members that are Steelers fans too. So I guess I kind of have a soft spot for the Steelers fans. Now, when it
okay,
comes to the Cowboys, that's a no for me. I'm a Commander. I'm a Commanders fan. So
okay.
um, yeah. So both of our teams are doing well. I think we have you guys after the bye. We have
Yeah,
the Steelers
yeah,
after your guys' bye week. So I'm looking forward to that game. I think that'll be a good one.
yeah. It should be a good challenge for both teams. A good barometer of where each
Yep.
of them are.
Yep. Well, so your game's Friday night, right? November 1st.
Yes, sir.
The final game of the season. It's in Clear Spring?
Yes, it'll be at our place.
Okay. So if you want to come catch the Blazers and Coach Keller play Friday night for their final game of the season, right before the playoffs start, see if they can get a victory over the Hancock Panthers and Coach Hare, you can check them out at Clear Spring High School. Game kickoff at 7.
Yes, yes. It'll be senior night, so be a
Oh, and
big
it's
night
senior
for
night.
us.
There you go. More motivation.
That's right.
Thanks for hanging out today, Curtis. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We'll have you back on soon.
All right. Thanks. Talk to you later,
Thank,
Andy.